let's start with Terry. What is your, well, first of all, what are you doing in Mobile?
What am I doing in Mobile? Mobile's a great community, actually. That's a decision that my wife and I decided years ago because of the quality of life. I'm from the area, actually, and went to school in the area. So we decided to make our professional career here, and it's been very successful. We love it.
Okay, great. So you went to Baker High, is that right?
I did. I was a graduate of Mobile County Public School System and Baker High School. Went to University of South Alabama and also the Art Institute of Atlanta. So a lot of different types of background and training there.
Wow, it is.
Yeah.
And Jim, you're also from where now? You're a Yankees.
Well, I am. I was born in a small town called Sandwich, Illinois, believe it or not. I haven't been there since I was born there, but years ago when I was going into my junior year in high school, my father was chairman of music at the University of Alabama, and we moved to Tuscaloosa, so I graduated Tuscaloosa County High School. My mother still lives there and frequent that there. And I came to Mobile when Parisian opened, actually. I was a manager at Parisian years ago and met my wife there, and we've been married 23 years.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I have two boys who I dearly love, and 21 and 17.
Wow, that sounds great. Well, let me just get right to it and ask, why should somebody use Pixelor to brand their company?
Well, for many reasons, actually. We're kind of in a marketing dilemma where people are just overwhelmed with information this day and age. Visuals, copy, you name it. So what Pixelor does is we help companies understand who they are and what they're all about, and help put that face to the crowd, to their market. Help in many ways. So branding not only deals with advertising, but it gets to the heart of who you are and what you're all about, which is very important. It helps you cut through the clutter.
I got a quick question for you, Terry. What does that process look like when you're helping I guess a client kind of discover who they are? How do you?
Great question.
How do you walk through that process? And I know it's going to be different for everyone.
It's different on various levels, but we have a very definable process which helps us to get from point A to point B very efficiently. And that process often starts with research, getting to the heart of those identity problems or those branding problems. Understanding the client's market, understanding the issues that they face, competitive issues, what sets them apart, what's those differentiators. We often look for those hidden gems that are there that they just haven't brought to the forefront. And then the creative process begins, and it's really, the creative process is built on a lot of the research and the understanding that we go through so that it's more effective. It's not just pretty pictures for pretty picture's sake.
Let me ask you this, Terry. I'm just curious. You might have gone to our website. Did you take a look?
Absolutely, sure did.
Okay, so I like to ask people to. Jeff is over there.
I can see it coming.
Wrong way. Do we have to get in this conversation?
No, I think it's fine. I mean, everybody's seen my site, and they have an idea. Of course, I am changing the site, Jeff, so just so you'll know, I'm in the process, even as we speak.
Next question.
That's right.
That's a good question. Next.
That's right. That's right.
So tell us the truth now. What do you think?
Well, there is room for improvement, but I think there's a lot of things that you're doing a good job of. Certainly, we mentioned promotion earlier. Sometimes, and we see this happening in a lot of clients, where a lot of smaller clients actually, where they may have an okay corporate identity, their brand is all right, but they're using it very consistently. They're out there promoting it very consistently. So sometimes that consistency issue comes into play.
You're saying it's not. Some people are not consistent enough. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, and people they don't realize that there's many touch points with a customer, and nowadays, if they don't maximize each of those touch points, whether it be logo on their apparel, their website, their business card, their brochure, their advertisements, if you don't maximize each one of those tactics, then there's a likelihood of sending the wrong message.
In fact, the we say to a lot of people, and let me clarify something for you too, Calvin and Jeff. While we have different companies, we actually work together very often, and in fact are in the process, without being formal about it, of merging our efforts together to where we're one group. But we find a lot of companies that will take what's good and not use them consistently, and we tell them often it's better to take a good identity, a good process, a good color scheme, and use it consistently than to have a great identity with a great color scheme and use it inconsistently. So a lot of times people make the mistake, and we have people that come up that may not be able to afford the full rebranding process. And what we drive home with them is they really need to just keep on using what they've got in a consistent way, making sure that the customer doesn't get confused by the messages they put out, and they'll come out on top.
Well, it sounds like we need to take a quick break. We're going to talk more about that branding. I have a question. Oh, you do?
Yep.
Okay, Jeff's got a question. I've got a question. We'll get to those. You're listening to Alabama Business Today. This is your host, Calvin Bacon, and we'll be right back.